Good day, Tamers. With everything else, Digimon is a game of hype. And as you've probably seen, Hype Train has pulled in for Eosmon. Oh, that was right. That was right for a change. Not ESO. Eosmon. So, as you may have seen, the BT14 plague strokes once again. And the lovely Morphomon promos have, well, they've escaped, to say the least. Last time I was looking at these, literally Sunday night, I believe it was. They were going around 6:50 to 7. And as you can see, they've just so happened to disappear off the marketplace. Now, I know that the data from Card Market doesn't update super quickly, so there's a good chance that the 10 or so, 15 or so that I saw here before this, that were at around the £6, £7, £8 have been sold but not been applied. There's also a chance that some of these people could have had them cheaper, saw the hype, pulled them quickly, and then increased the prices, because that happens. People want that money. At the same time, though, hype is hype. It's one of the few decks that can actually use Ukamon as a Digivolution step, so they can swing with it early, doesn't die, fantastic. I don't really care if I save it for another turn, Digivolve into level 4, and then carry on from there. Whereas a lot of other decks have to use the Ukamon as a swing and a miss kind of thing. But yeah, unless we get these promos reprinted anytime soon, which I don't think we are, we're going to be a bit stuck for a while. That being said, though, it's not as bad as the Kuwagamon here that's looking forward to Tyrant in the next coming set. Since you get the cheapest at 40 quid, we're only apparently 3 on the marketplace. No, there's more than 3 on the marketplace. As you can see, there is roughly about 15 to 20 here. Quick 5, 7, 9, 10, 16 currently available. And yeah, they're all well overpriced. This card was essentially this price for ages, and then it's just slowly tickled up. Whoever paid this price, you're on crack. You should be ashamed of yourself. I believe this will probably be reprinted in the next secondary set we're going to get with the next TP. So it's a TP13. The rest of the promos will be printed with TP13 as the additional set. Obviously, currently we're getting the TP12 with the additional set being on the side, and we get the is it 95? No, we get 90 to 95, or 91, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll probably get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. At least I believe so. I could be wrong about which numbers they are. I'll put the image on the screen when I do the editing. Future me, thank you for working so hard. Digimon still has a high price set, despite the fact that the reason it had a high price set was for the degenerate loop that never let your opponent play the game. But in this case, even with the new support that we see in EX6, most decks only run the one of it, because I think they're a bit scared that they're going to have it nerfed in case there is a loop that gets found. But it's still an okay card. But like, again, price-wise, I do think this will be set to the next set of TP reprints. And then after the TP reprints, then we'll probably see like the proper pricing. If you look at Sabregimon right now, that's roughly about an £8 card. That makes sense because it's used in a couple of decks, and it's also got the reprint, so it's brought the prices down. So Sabregimon's a good price right now if you want to pick it up. It might go cheaper in the future, but it's very good in Bird Up as well as in Anubish / Minerva for the next few days. My nose was clear 2 seconds ago, now it's all stuffed up. I do apologise. Score Nightmare, I think people are keeping the price of this high, as well as trying to flex into this right now because they are concerned, or hyping up maybe that there's going to be a new Skull Nightmare stuff in BT17. I do believe that Skull Nightmare is in one of the movies further down the line, so we could see that possibly turning up for something in the future. So people are kind of pre-buying this. I think they are getting a bit concerned that the spikes could happen, and then you can see them down to the bare bones. Agility training. If you have yours already, well, tough luck. Very good card, especially with the buddy set coming out soon, because if you want to have the maximum buddies, you need to have the green stuff. The green stuff is here, and this was pretty cheap until essentially this month, when obviously people are now looking forward to BT 16, as well as the ST17 deck, which is the double Typhoon, Buddy Boys, Dog Boys, Rabbit Dog Buddy Bros. Again, if you did pick these up earlier, shame on you. You know the rules. If they look cheap, pick them up where you can. I understand that everyone can do this, but unfortunately for those of you who want to play a competitive version of the Buddy deck, especially with BT16 rolling around, Hey, you need to have that secret rare card. You will be paying kind of at the teeth, so you'll be paying about £100 roughly now with £100 now with both the structure decks as well as having these, and then probably looking at another maybe £100 afterwards for the secret rares. Hopefully, the secret rares will deflate for the regular rares, regular arts, and then have the alternate arts push the set up, and that way you're not having to pay too much. At the same time, though, Magna is very good at that set, so Magna could also hold the price up and keep the door open for a cheaper Rapid X printing. This is also looking for future grabbing. There's only 3 copies, it says here, but there is actually 5 on the market. In Europe, there wasn't many of these available because the stores just didn't get a chance to get them from the supplier. Most places didn't get access to the movie, so we never got the movie promos with the movie. And luckily for us, around about the time this card's going to be good in the meta, we will actually be playing BT16. We do get access to the premium Bandai 2 per card, 30 card set that comes out, I think, in the middle of June. So this comes out end of May. Halfway through the set, you get June, so you get June as well as EX6. So there will come a time where this card is much cheaper and in its alternate max rarity form. So for those of you who are kind of pacing around wanting to get this card, either save your money and wait, get the premium set. Premium set is quite expensive though, it is £80, which will roughly be probably about €90, depending on how your LGS is sold these. It could be €80. At the same time, keep an eye on this. Don't rush now, especially if they start spiking. Leave them alone, let people suffer with their extremely high prices. Angemon from Dimensional Phase, I have no idea why this card has come down in price and restocked sufficiently, because last time we looked at this there was like 3 or 4 copies left and they were like £8, £9, £10 each. But yeah, I know people just given up on Master and decided to sell, and even so, you know, 1 rare, £5 is pretty good. I think that's pretty good for people trying to make the money on this. As I keep saying, BT11 is a hell pit for Disaster, but it's nice to see that these are refilling and restocking, and especially with the new Master deck coming out, which should make things a little bit easier for those people who want to play. As far as I can tell, you still want to use 2 of these, you still use 2 of the Aces, so pick your Graces while they're cheap, and then you use 2 of the new Anti-Womans that are coming out in EX6. You are using a lot of level 5s in that deck, so to be fair, you are running, from what I can see, 10 to 12, depending on how you feel. So it's generally like 6 Anti-Womans, 4 ladies, or 6 and 6. So it's down to you how you feel and what you want to do. Obviously, in the case of Angela, she's kind of stuck with having to play the Ace because it's the only on-play one if you want to use the Muri from BT11 with the new EX6 one in the future. Obviously, DNA at the end of turn, blah, blah, blah. You guys, if you're interested, you know, I'll have to explain to you. Chaos Digimon was starting to see a push down on the prices. There was a few of these around the 850 mark the other day. Then we got the new Chaos form that came out, and we thought it was going to be like this big, massive beastie. It was going to come around and slap some people around, tell them how it's done, tell them that the signs of chaos aren't messing around. And I think it's annoyed a lot of people, and it's not a very good card. So yeah, go get your EX3 Chaos Tribbles because they're a little bit better. And by a little bit, I mean they're absolutely incredible in comparison. Ukamon, there is quite a few on the marketplace, so they're not currently being awful. Shout out to Kaiof cards over here, fantastic. They were great for finals. Got good stock in here, of course. So this is, you want a playset normally, so this is only going to get you 4 playsets until they start pushing down again. If you haven't got them, grab yours where you can. I know this came from a free deck during the BT14 era to sort of promote the film as well as a few other things. But for those of you who aren't able to pick up your decks, just quick, get them now where you can where they're cheap. They are getting reprinted in the PB set that we spoke about earlier, which I'll possibly put on the screen. That comes out in June. Hopefully we all get it around about June time. It's not pushed back to like September for us over here in Europe. So that'll make these cheaper because they'll put these ones down. The secondary ones are already, I think, like around the 8. The other ones will be max rarity, so that's going to push everything down a little bit more. But with the flood of them on the market, it should make things a bit easier. And as long as Ukamon isn't going to get banned anytime soon, which hopefully it doesn't, because this is kind of something we asked for a long time ago, where we can have a rookie that can go in your hand and you can use it in any deck, so it doesn't make it brick as hard. And the issue was it's a little too good. But yeah, get yours if you haven't got them yet. I do think a lot of people who are playing competitively already have their playsets, but for those who don't, or you want to start jumping into the game, or you want to start playing competitively, for Ukamon, it's a good investment. Patamon, just want to let you guys see that the price of these are starting to go up again. This did go down to roughly around about... This has never went down. I saw this around about 6 at one point on Card Market. I don't know if they ever actually sold any for 6 and they maybe pushed the price up slowly because people were a bit concerned they were quite cheap for these. Vaccine's very good in BT15 as well as in BT16. This deck is going to be absolutely crazy. There's a couple of different Vaccine decks in BT16 that do want to abuse Patamon, as well as in EX6 because it's obviously an Angel deck. Lots of vaccines in there. So, well, despite the fact that Patamon is a data Digimon. But yeah, these are pushing up quite quickly. I mean, there are quite a few people who have obviously multiples for a good chunk of selection here before it starts going too crazy. But yeah, there's only 66 on the market. If you need to get your playset, get your playset before they spike in price too much. Because I'll tell you now, once Vaccine starts taking over, these are going to be £15 plus. Because the Altar was already starting to spike past 20 again. This was down at as low as 15 at one point, but now they are going over 25, and yeah, there's not many left on the market. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Kind of short and sweet. Hopefully, we'll see you guys soon for another video. But yeah, just keep an eye on everything, and if you like the new layouts, let me know, as I'm trying to make it a bit more professional, because I'm a professional YouTuber, I promise. So yeah, peace and goodbye.